Hello, and welcome to the Mother You Know, the Woman You Don't. Thank you for joining us for another week. I'm here with my mom and my sister. I'm Lydia. I'm here with Dorcas and Miss Sylvia. And it is
Miss
a couple.
Sylvia.
I don't know. Sorry, that just came out. That made no sense. I don't know why I said it like that. I do that at work with people. Sorry.
Geriatric.
I know.
That was a
That's it.
geriatric title.
Yeah, that just goes with what we're going to be talking this evening about how calm and chaotic at the same time the last week has been with Thanksgiving and getting ready for Christmas. And we're going to talk about all that. We hope you had a lovely Thanksgiving with your family, friends, however you chose to celebrate it. We are going to talk about Thanksgiving and going to Christmas and how nutty the last couple of days have been and all that. So
I think it's just the general pressure of the holidays, and it feels like no matter how much we try to make it, it feels chaotic. I was telling mom before I go through a funk where I'm like so excited going into it. Like I love, and you said the commercial thing, and I'm thinking, I think the commercial thing is the easiest part. Like that's the part that makes me happy is, getting ready. Well, it's not so much Thanksgiving. I'm happy to have that holiday, but
I know.
It's the prep. Like I love getting ready at the Nutcracker Market. I love doing that with all my girlfriends. I love, that prep and shopping and putting the lights on the house and getting the tree up. I like the commercial part. That's the easy part. I think the hard part is the people part.
Yes.
So, and then not so much Thanksgiving because Thanksgiving was really enjoyable for me because
a good time.
for the first time I didn't have to host.
You didn't host. Lydia, you did a good job, baby.
You did.
It was not as
you did.
I think because I made, and I'm sure we'll talk about this more, but and I told Jared this today. I said, I am really trying to get out of my type A era. I don't want to be a type A parent. I don't want to be a type A woman, wife, any of those things. I want to be a type B. I want to be more relaxed and not as anal retentive about things. And so like when I was prepping and getting ready for Thanksgiving, like obviously I cleaned the house, but I refused to stress over the baseboards. I refused to stress over there's dust on the ceiling fans. I just didn't want to do that because, and me and mom had this conversation many times, our family, I say this with all love to our family, our chill redneck family does not care if there's dust on my baseboards. And I really just tried to just enjoy it. And it's clean enough. The toilets were clean. We were good. And it was lovely. We had, I think at the head count, me and mom did a head count out of the fact we had 41 people.
Yeah, I think it was 40 house. 41.
41. Yeah. And that's not even the biggest we've ever had. Mother is one of 11. So there's a lot of people and there's a lot of grandkids and kids and cousins. And it was lovely. I thought the day went lovely.
Yeah. And that's what I was going to say is that I woke up, normal time, got up, had coffee. I think going up because I am type A and I don't know how to relax it. I'm trying.
Yeah, it's hard.
I just don't I can't. Like I can't.
It's hard. It's really hard.
I was glad that we didn't have anything to do. We were having coffee and I go, it's so nice to not stress and be stressed because half the time I don't ever have a shower. Like I'm mopping right before people get here. I'm sweaty and putting, deodorant on and trying not to stink and then still just stressing about all the stuff that I didn't do when people come over. And I don't know how to fix that, but it was relaxing in the sense that I had prepped the food the day before. So all I had to do was I brought a side and
deviled eggs.
Deviled eggs.
Yes.
I got the deviled eggs somehow.
The least you've ever done, huh?
Yes, it is the least. So I had, one side and the deviled eggs and just brought them down there and sat them down. And that was just the nicest. It just felt relaxing and it felt like I could relax and just joke with my cousins, which was fun. So it felt good.
Well, because I did it for so many years. And our house, and y'all come by it honestly, because our home was usually the meeting place for Christmas and Thanksgiving and all that. And I remember all the days of getting the house clean and then doing all the prep work and having all the people come in and all that. So, and I never mind that. In fact, I was good at it. I thought, I didn't mind having to clean house before or clean house after to enjoy all the people coming, the family with my mother and everybody. So that wasn't hard, but I've enjoyed not doing it the last few years. And I'm so proud of y'all. Y'all are such good hostesses. but
Well,
I
the
get
thing
it.
is I think
The truth.
it is
Yeah.
in it's a skill set I think that people either have or don't have. And if you notice that, like, I think we've had, if I'm remembering correctly, every Thanksgiving or Christmas that we did with this side of the family was either at our house or at Pam's.
Yes,
And
Pam's
then
or
since
Mac's. Now
then,
Mac did it several
yeah, and
times,
Mac. Okay.
and Lynn did
Yeah,
it
that
one
was the other
time.
one. Oh,
Yes.
that's right, one time.
Yeah,
So,
one
but I'm
time.
saying that the majority of the
And
time,
one time
it's
only.
those kids, because like Jerry, who is Pam's son, has done it. Him and
Yes.
his wife have held it, and then us, have held it. And I think it's just it's innate in who people are. So I think you either have that gift that you like to do it, or you don't, you know, um, and don't want to mess with it. Which people who don't want to mess with it shouldn't do it because it's not going to be good.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
fine. You hate to force people. You don't want to force people, and I don't think people would be forced, especially on our family, because they're just like, nah, we're not going, we're not having it. But I think it is you either have it or you don't. Skill set. Yeah.
I thought you and I prepped really good.
We did.
I felt like, we were doing stuff on the day before. In the morning, we got up early and felt like it was by 1 o'clock. It was
Ready to
it
go.
Yeah,
was
I'm
right
glad
on
that I had two
spot
days
on.
off. I had Tuesday
Yeah.
and Wednesday off. That made it a lot easier to, make sure that the house was as clean as it was going to get. And luckily, the house is new, so we've only been here 6 months, so
Yeah.
it's not like a disaster or anything like that. And then I think what I found so funny is that clean all the rooms, do all this stuff, because I assume what's funny is that only one person wanted to see the house. Like nobody asked if they could see, and the only person that wanted to see it was Misha. And so she'd be one of the ones that I wouldn't care if she saw like the water stains on the shower door or whatever. And so I showed her around the house, but everybody else stayed in the living room and stayed in the kitchen and the bathroom. So there wasn't this pressure to, I don't know, make sure it looked good in case somebody wanted to see it, and so it wasn't, I felt like it was just a good trial run for the bunch of people being in the house for the first time. And as
Well,
far as
your
I know,
husband.
nobody got food poisoning or anything from anything I cooked. So
No.
we're fine.
Well, so I was going to say, I think you were texting over the weekend, and you kept asking, well, when do I put this in? When do I do this? I have to bake. I have to do all this. I was like, dude, Mom is there. She's going to coordinate it for you. Like, you don't have to do anything.
That
And
was
no,
very stressful for me.
you don't wait till Thursday to bake. You bake on Monday night. You bake on Tuesday night. You do everything ahead of time
Yes,
that you
we
can
did.
do. And I kept telling her, just ask Mom. Mom's right there. Like, she's going to tell you when to do it right.
Well, because
Gonna have you doing
food
it right.
timing is my biggest struggle as a cook, like even as a wife.
Yeah, but that's her best thing.
Yes.
I was like, you have
usually
a
nine times
you
out
have
of
a
10 it's just me and Jared
professional.
sitting here going, and I'm like, when do I put the potatoes in? Well, I'm cooking the whatever. That's just not something that I have a skill set for yet. So trying to do that for 2 people is stressful, let alone 40.
Yeah,
Right.
you
But
had
it's
a
all
secret
good.
weapon.
No, everybody came out unscathed. No issues.
No,
The
No,
kids were
Thanksgiving
good.
and
The kids watched TV.
Thanksgiving was good.
The food was delicious. We had
Yeah.
so much.
Well, and Misha walked in with the cream potatoes. She said, I said I was going to bring the cream potatoes. I went, well, that's not your fault. That's my fault because I don't know how to click on the link.
And
So let's talk about the stress of the link.
it's not that stressful. I don't understand what the big
It's
deal
like-
is.
No, the stress of
It's-
you wanting the link. And what did I tell you 2 weeks before? A month before, whenever we decided to have it at your house?
Yeah, I put it in.
She goes, I just made was it a link?
It's
or
called Perfect Potluck. And
Okay.
everyone just goes in and puts what you're bringing on the freaking list so that people can see what everybody else is bringing. And I put the link in the Facebook group invite, not once, but twice. And it's not that difficult. I don't care what anybody says. You click on the link. And so because I didn't want to have to remember that these people was bringing this and this is bringing this. So like when our brother called me and was like, hey, what do I need to bring? I'm like, I don't know. Go look at the link. He's like, well, who's bringing what? I'm like, I don't know. Go look at the link. Because I don't want to remember who's bringing green beans versus who's bringing potatoes. I don't know. Go look at the link. And he goes, oh, that's just too much effort. That takes too much effort. And I was like, and I'm done. I'm done. I'm not going to know who brings what. If everyone brings potatoes, that's on everybody because I'm done putting in more than what I'm going to put in for people to put in minimum effort. I'm not going to go above and beyond anymore. So I was like, nope, never again. I don't care what you bring. Bring whatever. I'm not your mommy. I cannot keep up with all this because you're too lazy to click on a link.
It's not lazy. It's not
really
lazy.
not.
It's
So you
not
just don't
lazy.
have you
To
don't
click
have
on a link?
But
No,
you don't
baby,
have the
it's
grace for older people who
No,
don't
no, no.
do
This
that
was my
all the
brother
time.
who said this.
Well,
Oh,
This
well,
is
the
the,
computer
that's
the
what
other day.
because I was like, you know what? If my brother who works on computers can't click on a link because it's too much effort, I'm not going to put in the effort. I'm not going to try and make things easier for everybody if you're too lazy to do it. It is what it is.
He's just one of 41 people.
that's right.
Yeah. So no,
But
I'm not, like I said, I wasn't mad about it anymore, but it was just like, okay, well, I'm done. Like, I'm just not going to put in effort to make it easier for people. Because again, if somebody asks me, well, who's bringing what? I don't know. I'm not going to know. It's not my responsibility to know. It's just not.
I know, but historically it's been, and probably because we've lost so many people and,
yeah,
people are going different directions, people typically had what they brought, so you never really had to, everybody had their role. But I think because we've lost so many sisters and families are kind of, sparse and things are new, like I said, it was not my job to do deviled eggs. That's Brandy. 100% Brandy. There was a whole discussion about
yeah.
eggs in the link in the Facebook group when Brady said, "Hey, I'm not going to make it. I'm working," because she's a nurse and she has to work. She said, "I'm not going to be there. I'm not working." And our cousin Chad chimed in immediately. Who's going to do the eggs? And it
Who's
was
doing
already a
that?
thing.
Yeah,
What about the
yeah.
egg? Because Brandy does such a good job, and I don't know if she does special because I don't think mine turned out near as good as hers. But I, had to chime in and go, "It's okay. Lydia tasked me with it. I've only made them once or twice, but I'm sure there'll be a 7 at best." And so it was a whole discussion because the dynamic of our family has changed so much and continues to change. But I think that's kind of the thing is that everybody is used to having their own thing. Like, because when you said you were making cornbread casserole, my first response, because I was thinking cornbread dressing, was, why isn't Lynn coming? Because Lynn makes the cornbread dressing.
And she did.
And
It
she
was
did.
And it was
delicious.
yummy.
It was darn good.
It was always plenty.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
And
so
like
good.
Mac told her, if you're not bringing the dressing, don't come.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's mean.
But that's what I mean.
But
It's like everybody has their
how many
role,
years has Lynn been making the dressing?
30. Because if anybody else attempts it, nobody will eat it.
Nobody will eat it. Well,
And
it
what's so funny,
Lynn's.
she goes, it's just the instructions on the box. I'm like, you're lying. It's not.
It's not.
You're keeping that secret close to the vest, and that's really unfair
Yeah.
because
That's not stovetop. It's not like
she said
It's not.
I know she's lying. And I'm not sure why she's gatekeeping the dressing recipe, but it's really, really unfair because none of us are going to live forever. And
That's right.
if something happens to her, we are all screwed, and then Thanksgiving is ruined and no one's ever going to have it again.
well, it. But I think
Well, it
that's
was
the
great
thing,
this
is that
year.
it was hard.
Yeah.
And I think usually a
was-
notepad, like it is, we overcomplicate things. So mom's sitting with a yellow steno notepad, writing down Lynn, dressing, Lydia, green beans, Dorcas.
I get it. This is that
goulash.
type A thing.
Yes.
Like, I
Yeah.
don't want to
Yeah.
be type A,
Yeah.
but because
I don't
again,
think you truly are. I almost don't think you truly are. I think you are detail oriented, but I don't know that in your heart you are type A.
I don't want to be. In
I
my
don't think-
head,
Yeah.
I am, because what goes through my head, I get so anxious and I get so much anxiety, and I live in my head and it plays over and over and over in my head. And I work really hard for it not to be public so that you can't see how crazy I am. Like, could you imagine living in my head?
That's the thing I think is the narrative, because real type A people are just doing. They're not thinking about it. They're not thinking about
Well,
trying.
I did my
I
part.
can't think about it. I know. I said your details. I just don't think you're truly type A, like type A crazy person.
I don't know. Maybe
I
I'm
think
like
you
a
do
B plus, an A minus,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah, I think you're like
somewhere
an
in
A
there.
minus.
Yeah,
Solid
you're
But
A
to me,
minus.
it's just not
in
that
the
big a
middle.
deal. It's just, it's just not that difficult. Go click on the damn link, write down what you're
Yeah.
write down what you're putting. And some people did. Misha did.
Yeah.
Tabitha did. I did. I put
I
in
did.
mom's because I knew mom wasn't going to do it. And
Because I don't speak other language.
Mama, it's a web page. Did you even click on it to look and see what it was? And I think this is me and mom got
I
into
did.
it. Me and mom and dad. It wasn't even getting into it, but we're in the
But if you-
kitchen, and I
but if
made
you
the
think-
I made the
if-
comment about people not going in there and doing it, and I got really frustrated because I feel like, Mom, you don't give yourself enough credit, because you make comments about like, you don't know what's going on here and you don't know this, and I'm like, and you said that, you're like, I don't know what that means to click on a link, and I immediately was like, what? You don't know what it means to click on a link? And I was like, yes, you do. You know what it means to click on a link.
She likes to
And
play that old lady card.
she
so she can
does.
get out of doing
She
stuff.
does. And Dad was like, you can't judge her for not knowing how to do that because she knows how to do it. I almost feel like, and Mom, we're going to play that game that's been going around TikTok where they're like saying it without judgment. Like, well, I sent y'all that thing, like, we're gonna listen and not judge. But my first thought was like, that is some weaponized incompetence. Pretending like you don't know how to do it because you don't want to take the effort. That's what my first thought was. So when I looked at you and I said that out loud, I was like,
No,
yes, you
I know
do.
where James gets it.
Yeah.
Lord.
And so then Daddy was like, you can't judge an old person for not knowing technology. I'm like, she's lying. She knows how to click on a freaking link. Mama. Listen and not judge. Listen and
I
not
just
judge.
didn't
Listen
know
and not
where
judge.
the link was.
It was
Was
in
it,
the
where was
Facebook.
it?
Oh, don't get me started on the fact that I made a Facebook event that confused the hell out of everybody. And I'm like, I don't understand. It's right here. It's right
Because it's
here.
so much a part of your life, baby. But, you know, I'm up here in the tiny woods.
Geography has nothing to do with this. Geography has nothing to do with it. It's a Facebook event
God.
in the thing, Mama. It was right
Okay.
there in the thing.
Right there?
Right
In the
there
link?
in the family group
The
Facebook
family
page.
group. Okay. The family
Facebook
group
page.
Facebook page.
Yes, where we're having this whole conversations about Thanksgiving, where we know when people die, we know when people are good, we know when people are sad, we know when all this stuff is going on in this Facebook page. And there was an event saying, come to Lydia's. Here's the link. Tell me what you're bringing because I'm not going to remember. And you would have thought, you just would have thought. And yeah, it's frustrating for me because it's just easier this way. And I don't understand. It's how this isn't 1947.
But it's easier for you. It's not easier for them. I think it's easy, yes. And I did click the
Yes.
link and put my dinner in there.
And I
Yes,
appreciate that.
I did because I
appreciate
get
it.
it. But when listen, we'll move on to Christmas here in a minute.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah, well, take a look at my sisters, okay? Us, 60s and 70s.
I know. That's what I said. It's not easier for
Yeah.
y'all. It's easier for y'all. And now my
'Cause some of them don't even have the computer,
I
you know,
and
I
or
and
get
my
on
understand that.
brain
Facebook or
naturally
anything like that.
naturally likes to write things to remember it.
Yes.
So my instinct is always pen and paper, and I have to print things out to read. I guess I'm in this middle where I do know how to do things. I know how to click the
Yeah.
link. I know how to. I have a job. I know, I'm in the corporate world. I'm smart enough, but my preference is to, my boss sent me a link last night to look at a training he put together, and I was looking at it on my phone. The sucker was 42 pages. I'm like, there's no way I can read this tonight. I can't read this when it's 42 pages long. Got there this morning, printed it out, put a little binder clip on it, got my highlighter out, and went down. So my preference is still
that's me.
paper. Like I still lean, or my age group leans. I have an outlook. I know how to do it all, but I also write everything down in my hand because it's how I prefer it.
And I get it. Because I saw a TikTok today that, Mom, I will concede that I don't know because they said what the TikTok dude said was, you like, as frustrated as you get with your parents trying to teach them technology, that is equivalent to the kind of frustration they had when they were trying to teach you how to wipe your butt and tie your shoes.
Yeah,
as
there
a
you
kid.
go.
And I told Jared, I was like, I gotta apologize to Mom again. Because I did. I apologized to Mom after the kitchen.
You did, baby. You
I
pulled
brought
me
her
clean.
I was cleaning in the bathroom, and I was like,
Pulled me into the bathroom.
I said, I didn't mean to judge you. It's just a link. But I didn't mean to judge you. I'm so sorry. Because I don't know what spiritual gift that is, but God puts conviction on me, especially when it comes to Mom. Like, I feel guilty.
Thank you.
So, I don't know. I almost felt like it's not even of Jesus. It's just, I mean, it is of Jesus, but I feel really, really guilty if I'm impatient with Mom, or if I raise my voice to Mom, or if I am mean to Mom, or if I'm short with Mom. I'm always,
Yeah. Don't be mean
everybody
to Mom.
else, screw them. I don't
That's what
care.
they-
But Mom,
that's what they- that
Don't
shows
be
you're
mean to
really
Mom.
that shows you're really not type A, because I can be mean to her.
I can't.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm just kidding. I won't be mean to you. I choose not to be mean to you.
Oh, good. Thank you. What
But
y'all need to know is
Thanksgiving-
it just don't bother me no more, okay?
I know. I know
It
you
just
could
don't-
care less.
What? You're so cute. Since you were 6 years old, you think you own the world, or you think you're the boss still?
Yeah, well.
I will hit you with a piece of chicken, girl. I will show you. So yeah.
Well, overall, I think Thanksgiving went really well,
Oh,
and
it
I'm
went great.
excited to go
Yeah.
through it. And like I said, it was easy for me to get up and have my coffee and then just smoogle down to your house and mill around and then leave early. I got to leave early and I didn't have to help clean.
You did leave early.
Dude, there
You
were so many
did leave
dishes.
I know there was.
It took me about like an hour to clean the
I
kitchen.
know. I
My
know.
good. Oh
We've
my
done it
goodness.
before, so I know.
It was
That's why I
like,
was like, "Hey, y'all, I'm gonna go on and get out. Okay, I gotta go." So that
it was like,
that was nice
what?
too. It was nice and relaxing. But yeah, so Lydia, I appreciate you hosting for the
Yeah.
first time ever.
There you
Now
go.
you did. I was thinking you did do a Christmas Eve at your little house when we did the other side of the family, which is
Yes,
much,
I
much
remember that.
smaller.
Yeah.
So you did do a
One
Christmas
time
Eve
over there
then, and
too. My house was so small though. That was like
yeah,
1,200 square feet.
yeah. I think this is the first time, but your house is actually more conducive to hosting than mine is because you've got more
The new,
square footage and your living room and kitchen. Now your new house is more. It makes
yeah,
more sense to have it at your house because yours is bigger than ours.
I felt it was a good layout. It was a good test to see, more than just us and the girls or y'all or
Yeah.
something. And it had a good little flow to it. And there was a nice little island. And
Yeah.
logistically, it was all
partying.
great. It was just
Yeah, it went great.
that pressure of wanting it to be nice and not wanting people to be uncomfortable or not having enough seating. And
like the great thing about that side of the family is that's always a good test because people are so relaxed.
yeah, I said they're the most, they don't
But
care.
people just do not care.
Yeah.
And
I love that.
they just migrate to wherever, the backyard. Now let's go to the front yard and let's go to the den or stand around the kitchen island. And,
Yeah. And the
we
kids
just migrated. It was just like, it was a flow.
And the little handful of kids that were there, they were either
in the front or the back.
Front or the back, and they were running around. I don't know where they got that ball from. There was that ball. I think it was a neighbor's ball that ended up in our backyard. So they had a ball they were kicking around, and they running in and out. And they were, they seemed to have a good time too. Because I don't have a lot of, I don't know, like we have toys and stuff, but I mean, I don't know, there's just not a lot of kid stuff there. But otherwise, I think it turned out lovely.
Yeah, it was a great Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Which then segues immediately into Christmas chaos. And like I said, I love the first part. I love the getting ready for Christmas. I like doing the shopping. Of course,
decorating.
Decorating. My
Love
shopping's very relegated to this year is I ordered a few things today. I have some things from Amazon, and then I've got something that I'm going to get each of the kids, and then of course our new traditions, which we'll talk about. But I already have it all planned out, so it's all going to be easy. Like I don't have to go anywhere. So I am shopping small, so not giving Jeff Bezos all my money. But yeah, just I like that part. But then it starts like today, really going into work today. I just felt, and I think it's because it's the overwhelming want to have this time for our family because it's changed so much that I want one day where everybody's going to be there and that we're just going to have a good time and that everybody can just walk away and feel peace. And I just don't think we're going to ever achieve that. And it feels sad. We've even tried to move it this year to accommodate James and Mariah and make it easy on them because they're coming from Denver, and they have so much family to see. His family, her family, moved it to Christmas Eve, and it turns out Kaylin has to work Christmas Eve.
Does she really?
Ariel may have to work Christmas Eve. So it feels like I can't win for losing. And if I move it, then it makes it harder on Mariah and James. So it feels like I feel like it's a losing game. Like no matter what I do, somebody's going to get hurt and somebody's not, which immediately takes away the point of having peace. So it was really heavy this morning thinking about that and thinking about how do we get there? Like how can I make it so that we all have peace? And I don't know that that's attainable. So that becomes the immediate.
Okay, I didn't know Kaylin
how
and Ariel.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know it
they
until yesterday. I didn't know it till I don't know about Ariel yet, but I know Kaylin. She just told me yesterday that she got her schedule and that she has to work. So
who's going to work on Christmas Eve?
It immediately makes me like. I think I go into then there's no point in doing it because if we can't all be together, there's no point.
Yeah.
That's defeatist. I don't like that.
Well, I don't like it either. But what's the solution?
But I think that's like anything else.
Person, there's not a solution. There's no way I'm going to be able to get just one day a year with
with all
everybody.
your kids
Yeah,
and
with all the kids and y'all. And, because it's always something. Like, it's always something. The kids come in, then, mom and dad have to go, or Jared's at work. Or, it's always going to be something. And I've got to figure out how to
Live
deal
with
with that
Well, let
Yeah.
me ask this
and be
question.
okay with it.
Why do you have to be the one to figure that out? Why do you feel that burden on you?
Because they're my kids and it's my family. And because I'm born with it. And because I'm truly type A.
Because she might have learned that from her mother. Maybe.
So, but it's
You
just,
know?
it's like, how do
Yeah.
people, and maybe this is a question for the moms out there, older moms, like, how do you navigate that? Because I don't know. And I don't know how to feel about it because I come into it so strong. And then I'll even go into it, speaking positively and trying to go out of my way, which, by the way, is exhausting, being that positive. It's going to be great no matter what we do, blah, blah, blah. And I
But
think,
you don't want anybody
thankfully,
left
my
out. Yeah.
perimenopause is kicking
Yeah.
in, and I'm really going to a place where I'm like, yeah, I think I'm just going to go drink in Mexico. Like, that's going to be that's the default for me because
I said that to you the other day. I was like, next year, let's just go to Mexico for a couple days.
but I'm saying that's just that's what it feels like. It feels like you just want to throw in the towel and not do it at all. But I know we can't do that because we've got everybody depending. So my brain was thinking, do we do 2 days? Do we literally do 2 days of parties? So
Well, we
and repeat
normally,
everything?
well, I don't even think, because I think that it would be, that's really, to me, that's the most logical thing. And it's not even like 2 days of party because here's the thing, us, because we live 14 seconds from each other, we're going to be together on New Year's, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. There's never been a time in the last several years or even before then where we're not getting evidently get together, and we may not be able to have everybody, but at least there is a place for people to go at some point during that time. And I think that that's just one of those things that it's like, that may just have to be the solution. Like, you've got 2 days to see, and maybe not everybody together, but
There's a
it's,
disconnect in my family, I feel like, and it's I don't like it. It's not what I wanted for my family, and it's disconnect. And I don't know. I don't know how to fix it, or if there's a fix for it, or do I just throw up my hands, go, it is what it is, which feels, I don't know how to say it. I just don't know how to make it feel jointed, make it feel like one,
is it, not and I don't know how to say it either. Now I'm just kind of tongue tied, but it's not because of anything malicious. It's just, this is just the reality of people
Yeah,
getting older and having their own
it is.
families and their
Yeah.
own stuff. This is, and I would imagine that this is what a lot of people navigate.
Yeah.
Because when they get, as they get older, and James and Mariah are over here, and Ariel's has her life, and Cody, and then we've got ours, and everybody has
Yeah.
their own thing. And I think that's just a natural evolution to how these things work. And I think it's just being at peace that it's not going to look like what you wanted it to look like in your head.
Yeah.
Or me too. I mean, and I could admit too, and this is something that Jared and I have talked about, he's working on Christmas again, and we don't have little kids in the house. The girls aren't here, but is that ideal? No. Is it, a little sad? I'm going to wake up on Christmas morning. I
He's
understand.
gonna plant and make it like triple time and a half. So yeah, it's
Yes,
worth
I
it.
understand it. At the end of the day, I ain't gonna be that upset about it. And I did a
Bye.
TikTok about it last year, like to all the plant widows who aren't that upset about their honeys. And one of the reasons is because the girls aren't with us on Christmas
Yeah.
morning. If
Yeah.
the girls were with us on Christmas morning
Yeah.
and I was doing that by myself, that would be a very different story. But, even like on paper, that's the reality of it, that I'm finally married. It took me 42 years, however long it's been, to get married. And I wake up on Christmas morning by myself. And we have to do our Christmas, I don't know, the 23rd, or, whatever it's going to be. It's not ideal. Yes, there's compensation because my husband's working at the plant on those days. Not going to suck. But emotionally, that's not fun. Like, I'm getting his Secret Santa stuff for our state. He's not even going to be there. And, I don't love it. But it's very different than what you're going through, like I said, because these are your babies. They're grown up babies, but it's just different than what what you look like. And I don't know if there's a place. Maybe that's just one of those, asking God to take it and
Yeah.
give
Well, it's
you
also
the
like,
peace about it.
I think I'm
Well,
trying to
there's
get
one
to a
thing.
spot.
there's one thing about wanting your children around you, your babies, your children, your people you gave birth to. You want that. I still want Christmas with Dorcas and Lydia and James, and then all them grandbabies and my son-in-laws. I want them with me, but knowing that, you know what, that's just not going to happen, I guess, because it seems like when you said Kaylin and Ariel had to work, and I'm thinking, wait a minute, you know. So,
Don't their
and
jobs know that this is our Christmas time? How selfish are those
yes,
jobs? Like people need to go to the gym on Christmas Eve. Ew. Go home and eat some
but
cake, people.
but that's just part of having new people come into our circle, right?
Yeah.
You know, so
And I
you just have
almost
to,
like,
you
because like
have to,
Thanksgiving, I was able to several years ago be okay with, the kids not being around for Thanksgiving and just going and doing whatever, like the first year the girls were like, we can't come, we're going to do Friendsgiving, we're going to be here. And we were going all the way to Jerry's. And I understand they don't want to go all the way out to Hitchcock to go, whatever and drive around. And I think for my kids, it's partially because they had to do it their whole lives between me and their dad.
sure.
I want to have that grace that they don't want to do that, because I have always been the one to say, I'm not going anywhere for Christmas because my kids are having Christmas at our house, because we always had to go back and forth between us and their dad, that I was not going to make them go to, Lydia's house or mom's house or whatever. It's like, y'all want to see us, come here. And I always took that hard stance. I felt like, so I feel like that Thanksgiving a couple of years ago when the kids were like, we're going to do Friendsgiving. And I was like, Friendsgiving?
Yeah.
But okay. But it was actually fine, because it was like, y'all go and be what makes you happy. Because what makes me happy is seeing my cousins on Thanksgiving. Because it's not, to me, it's not fun for us. I think because we all have dinner all the time, it feels like Thanksgiving just feels like another dinner for us, so it doesn't feel special. And for us to
Right.
cook a turkey at home and whatever, and y'all come over and we sit here and eat, it always feels, to me, that's more of a go and like social event. So I don't
If I had a
mind
choice, I wouldn't
going.
make a turkey. But yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. But Christmas has always been, I think for me, just really special. But
This is just funner. It's prettier.
but
And
it's also
Well, it has
been,
such it has such deep meaning
yeah.
for us at that time and for the family. Yeah. So
I said this the other day. Christmas has always made me way happier than a cornucopia has. There's nothing joyful about a cornucopia. They're ugly. The browns and the oranges is not my thing. I would much rather celebrate Christmas and the pretty, hence my Christmas decorations going up November 1st. And Christmas makes me happy. The Christmas decor, the Christmas preparing for it. I want a 6-month countdown to Christmas. And it's prettier. So Thanksgiving's it's not a watch. I like seeing everybody, and that's what
Yeah.
I want, to see my cousins and all that stuff. But Christmas is where it's at. There's
It also
lights,
makes me feel
sparkles.
like, can I do that with Christmas? Can I be okay with not having one day? It feels like I'm just asking for one day, but that
or
ask
even
feels
just a
so
half a
big.
day,
Well, it feels big.
you
It
know.
feels like I'm asking too much.
But
I don't
I don't think you are asking too much. And I don't think that I think it's one of those things that their jobs are their jobs. It isn't like, I just don't want to come. Like, this is not something that they can,
Well,
you
I
know what
don't
I'm
know.
saying? Like, it'd be
No, I
different
know
if,
the jobs. I'm not saying I'm holding that. I get it. They've only got X amount of days. I only have X amount of vacation days. I get it. But it also makes me think, should I just let that go? Can I just let that go? And okay, try to take a vacation not at Christmas. I just want one day. I honestly, I don't think I care when it is. I just want one day, like one whole day. Everybody's together and we just relax and celebrate and have a good time. I've enjoyed the last couple of Christmases where we've done the Christmas Olympics. That's been fun. And we tried to change it up this year a little bit to spread the love and make it a little more fun. But, we've already had our first
stressful
day
freak
one
out.
after Thanksgiving. We've already had our first stressful incident.
Well, it's only just because I stressed myself out. I was feeling pressure. Let me explain what happened. Let me explain it. We're doing a Secret Santa. We have two. There's like I guess you could say there's like three caveats to our Christmas.
3 caveats to our Christmas because
Yeah,
we have so many people, and we're just trying to not make you feel like you have to buy gifts for everybody because our whole family is very blessed. First of all,
yes,
we all have jobs. Everybody's working. Everybody's got a roof over their heads. Very taken care of. Like, we're not wealthy, but usually I think we all have the same kind of spending habits.
Our parents gave us work ethic and not generational wealth. That's what they passed on to us, kind of thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So we all have jobs. We all work hard.
Working, and everybody has, like, if we're just I think we're just all kind of similar in the sense that if there's something we want,
just buy it.
Just go buy it.
Yeah.
So it's hard to shop for people because everybody, like, all my kids have jobs. Everybody's working.
Nobody really needs anything.
Yeah, you don't need anything or want for anything. So we made it simple by saying, hey, a couple years ago, let's just draw names, and then you can spend whatever on that one person. Make it a Secret Santa. So we do Secret Santa, and then
we do the white elephant.
Yeah, the white elephant. And, like, let's see, so the year before we did gnomes, which I thought that was fun.
That was mine's still on my kitchen counter.
Yes. Mine are still in my garden.
The toilet guy is still sitting in the greenhouse.
See?
Yeah.
I think the gnomes, and then last year we did
the unclaimed mail.
Oh yeah, unclaimed mail. So that was fun. It
was fun. I wouldn't do that one again, but yeah, it was fun. Yeah.
Only say I got a bathing suit out of it and some pajama pants. So,
but most people didn't have we donated a lot of the stuff because it's like I think James ended up with like bath. Like, what's he gonna do with this?
And Cody got graduation balloons.
Yes.
So it was fun to go through the process.
Yeah.
And then the last 2 years we did Olympic games, like just fun games, and I think we've had a really good time. So I think that coming into this year, that's what I was looking forward to. It was like having everybody here, and we're just going to do that again, and then it just feels like.
Well, I'll own my part in the stressing out of it. I'll own that. This goes back to that anal. I feel like I am really anal retentive. I'm trying to make it as easy on me.
Yes, you're making it easy on you, not easy on everybody else.
But what's so funny to me is like when I say that, all of the hard work, the prep work is on me. Everything that actually takes anything more than like a 12 on an effort scale of 15 is me.
Yeah.
The prep, getting everything ready. And so I wanted to use, for our Secret Santa, I wanted to use elfer.com. Elfer.com, if you don't know, is a website where you go in and you create an event. Like, so this would be the Quinn Prazak Saranel Family Christmas. And you invite everybody via their email, and they can go in there and they can put their wish list in for the Secret Santa by a certain date. So like if it's December 1st, you have to go in and you have to create your wish list. And then Elfer will go out and it will automatically assign the Secret Santa stuff. So it's random. So you don't know who you're going to get in, which is great. And so you get an email that says, Lydia, your Secret Santa is Dorcas O'Quinn, and here is her wish list of things that she'd be interested in. Perfect. So that's what I was going to do. And I got everybody's email addresses. We're good to go. And so a couple of days ago, this is where the stressful part comes in. And this is self-imposed stress. That's all it is. It's self-imposed. I was working on that, and I was going to send out the email to everybody, and Dorcas did the little letter telling them about the day and all the components of it. Well, I get a text from Ariel, who is Dorcas's oldest daughter. Y'all may have met her?
Yes.
Middle daughter, excuse me.
Middle daughter.
On, she's been on an episode here, there. And she's asking, she goes, when are we getting our names? And I'm like, well, I'm working on that now. So you'll have it in the next couple of days. And her response was, Lolly, the sales are going on right now. And Cyber Monday is about to happen. And so I immediately get all this pressure because there is no way, I'm sorry, I love our family, but there is no way that everybody is going to go in and put in their wish lists by today so that Elfer can automatically send the names out. She needed the names now. So that I immediately put a kibosh on the technology that we needed
you were
to
bullied
use.
by the smartest and the smallest one of all of them.
And here's the thing. She didn't say it ugly, but I immediately felt this pressure of I need to give them the names now. Like they want their names now because, sales and all this stuff. So I'm sitting on my couch and I immediately just kind of throw up my hands like, okay, so I'm just not doing Elfer. It's fine. We'll just go old school. We'll keep it like, the 1927. It's fine. We'll do this on a piece of paper.
Write it on a piece of paper and pick it out the hat.
And that's what I did. I sat on the couch, I've got my pad here and I have everybody's names. I put everybody's name on a piece of paper and I go through and I draw everybody's names. But I immediately get really defeated because I don't want to know who has me. I don't want to have to tell the person who got me via text, which I'm say who got me, but I was like, hey, I'm doing Secret Santa. Here's the information about the day. And by the way, you got me. And here's my wish list. You do it the other way. It's anonymous. As the admin, I don't even know until like I need to at the end. And so there was just all this, and like I immediately get like frustrated. Like we did have to do the old school way and all that kind of stuff. But it was just because the cyber sales were going on, and I immediately get all stressed out about it because I wanted to do this because this was way easier. It's easy for everybody, and don't tell me that it's not easy clicking on a freaking link, Mama. It is easy. All you would have gotten an email and said, "Welcome to the Prazak O'Quinn Serenelle Christmas party."
Hey, I
Go in
clicked
there.
on the letter. I got the letter.
I know that.
We even
Mama.
printed the letter.
There wasn't even a link. It's just an image in the text message, Mama. But good job printing it. Good job. Good job.
We did.
So it really wasn't that. I'm the only one who felt stress. Again, it was self-imposed. And I guess for me, it was like the hard part was all me doing it. So don't act like it was a bigger deal. All you had to do was go put in your wish list. And you can even do links, I think. You could say, I want this particular thing. But everybody sent me their, I'm still waiting on a couple. I'm still waiting on Riri's wish list and Daddy's wish list. I think I got everybody else and Cody's wish list. Everybody else did it. So
Every time you ask Cody, he just says he wants underwear.
I don't know who got him. I have to go look to see who got Cody. I mean, yeah, if you just want draws, that's cool too. And of course, like I love like Mariah because she's all up on it, like sends links like she did when she was a kid. Like, that makes it so much easier. She's like, I want this and this and this. And she did it for James too. I was like, this is perfect. Thank you so much. Copy, paste, send it to whoever their things were. But
this was that it's such a, for people who are not gift givers, like I just don't have the gift. I'll have you in my home. I'll make you a charcuterie board. I will, play a game, like all the things. But if I have to buy you a gift, it's like I would just rather give you money and let you, because I think I have the belief that
Amazon gift cards,
if you're going to do it, because we just, the way we shop or whatever, it's like you should just get what you want, And there are times where, like, what I'm getting the kids, or what I have in my brain to give the kids this year is not anything related to their wish list. It's just something, random. And if I think about it, that's just it. If I think about it, I buy it. It's not.
Yeah,
I'm just not a good at Christmas person.
That's how me and Jared are.
Yeah, we just, and it's the same thing with me and Dwayne. Like for this hunting season, Dwayne bought me randomly. Well, he bought me the overalls, those bibs, the camo bibs. He bought me those, and then I come home one day and there were 3 T-shirts from Academy and a hand warmers, and I was like, "What's all this?" And he's like, "Oh, it's just an Academy, and I got it for you." And I was like, "Technically, you like don't ever buy me because we don't give gifts. He and I just don't give gifts ever, because if we want something, we
just go buy it.
Yeah. So it was completely random, and I was telling him, I was like, "Honey,
that's so sweet though.
Better than flowers or jewelry or anything like that." So, and I will say the hand warmers come in clutch, and I've now decided that hand warmers need to be a part of my life at work every day. Like, just everybody should walk around with hand warmers in their pocket. They were phenomenal. So I get it. Like, I appreciate links. I appreciate the list.
And I do too, because I think like one of the things, again, because I've only been married for 2 years now, I guess, and I waited so long to get married. Thanks God for that plan. But really having this idealist thing about like waking up with my husband on Christmas morning and the babies and doing all this stuff. And it took me a while to realize that, and really come to the conclusion that Jared can't read my mind. So I do very purposefully, if there's something that I want, I just need to ask him about it. And so I did tell him, it's like, babe, I'd really like for us to exchange gifts this year, because I've never had that. Like we didn't do anything last year because we were buying the house and getting some stuff for the girls, so I'm like, I'd really like us to exchange gifts so that I have something for my husband and you have something for me, and just, it doesn't have to be a lot or whatever. And I felt silly saying it out loud, but again, he doesn't read minds because he doesn't care about this. We get stuff for the girls and he doesn't need anything, because throughout the year, if we want something, we just go buy it. But then what ended up happening, he was telling me some stuff that he wanted for Christmas, and I was like, okay. And then he just went and bought it on Amazon. Just the new coffee maker. He wanted a new coffee. I'm like, okay, babe, I'll get that for you. He's like, or I can just buy it. So we have this new coffee maker now that's part of his Christmas present. And I was like, you don't even want me to wrap it? He's like, no, this is good. I'm like, okay. And then, the same thing for me. Like, I sent him links for the things that I wanted. I want the new Wicked soundtrack from the movie on vinyl. That's what I sent him a little link. I was just FYI. this is kind of what I'd like or whatever. And then some other things. So yeah, just easier just to go here. And speaking of technology, I said, babe, I'll share my Amazon wish list with you. He's like, what do you mean? I was like, well, I can share my Amazon wish list, send you the whole thing, and you can see everything that I want. And he's like, you can do that? I'm like, yes, technology, bro.
And he's younger than you. He doesn't care.
He's a millennial.
He doesn't care. So
He married a Gen Xer. I just want.
still a dude.
I know he's still a dude, but it's just easier just to go, babe. Like I said, it takes a long time to realize that your man can't read your mind. And if there's something I want, I would like this. I would like for you to give me something. I want you to put it in my stocking. Because I also don't want to be that mother who, there's sad little videos of the moms waking up on Christmas morning and it never occurred to her husband to put stuff in her stocking when she takes care of all the kids.
Yeah.
And the husband's just sitting there and the wife has nothing in her stocking and she's just like defeated and feels unappreciated. I said, I don't want to feel like that.
I never
Because
feel like that. That is never. I've done stockings for.
I know, but there's a
30
lot of
years.
women who do. Like they want to
Yeah.
be, and yeah, I want
Yeah.
that feeling. We're only 2 years
Yeah.
in. I want to feel a little bit of that,
Yeah.
because, but I'm also the one who wants 50 presents for the girls under the tree. And he's like, they don't need all that. I'm like, but babe, they do. He's like, we don't. So we bought them one big thing. They each got something big. And then he's like, that's really all they need. That's really that. And then a couple of little things. And every time I go to the store, he's like, you got more? I was like, babe, they needed it. They needed. It's like, did they really? I was like, but they did. And then he's like, I thought we were just going to get them one or two little stocking stuffers. And I'm like, well, this wouldn't fit in their stocking. So technically it's wrapped and it's under the tree. So I had to get them stuff for their stocking that fits in the stocking now. And then I had to get them candy for the stocking because you needed that. And then when I was in Orlando a couple weeks ago for work, I got them some stuff. So I don't know. I like that part of it. I like buying the kids things and, contributing to commercialism and the economy. Makes me feel good that I can, one, and they're kids and their love is for sale and I want it.
I don't know, Mom, but is there anything that, like I said, I was thinking today about being not bad. So I guess it makes me think about you a lot because y'all are so far away.
We are. Yeah.
Daily.
Yeah.
And it feels, it's frustrating it's frustrating to me that y'all aren't here more. It's frustrating that we can't spend more time up there for, reasons of there's not enough room or there's, it's just a small thing and it's just a thing. So I spend a lot of time frustrated about that. But it does make me think, yes, like I want my kids. I can understand how you want yours,
Yeah. And
around too.
that is one of the things that I miss a lot is not being able to host the Thanksgiving or Christmas or having people here and just having especially the kids around because even when they were littler we always they were up here more than they are nowadays. So and because we go to your house for Christmas, y'all's house for Christmas, y'all are dressed up and decorated for Christmas. We don't do much of anything here because we're going to come down there and be with y'all. So
does it make you sad that you don't do anything there?
Yes, it
I feel
does.
like I can't understand how you can't do a tree. I did it. I'll do a tree no matter, where we are.
Yeah.
I just love doing a tree. But I know you always decorated the house and always had
trees all over down. I had all them little Charlie Brown trees.
Yeah.
All over the house.
Yeah.
And all that. So down the banisters and the fireplace and yeah, everything everywhere. So I do miss that. And so Daddy and I were talking about just doing something for Christmas. And I walked through Lowe's today and they had the little cypress trees with they're about 2 or 3 feet tall. They're potted cypress trees or little pine tree looking things. And I thought, I think I'm just going to get me one of those just because, so yeah.
Did you get it?
I didn't get it today, but I'm going to. No, but I was, thinking about that. But we enjoy shopping for the kids, for y'all and the kids from, and, coming down there. So, yeah. So those are traditions that have changed in our life. And it does feel sad sometimes, but just making it down there for Christmas Day or, also we'll be there. We'll be there, and it'll be fun and we'll have a good time. So,
But I can even admit too that as fun as this season is, it is a sad. Like I was crying. I had to go to the doctor yesterday, and I was crying on the way to the doctor, thinking about this holiday season. Mom, I think this is a conversation you and I have had before. Like it's very bittersweet because as happy and as fun as everything it is, it's also
yes, it
sad.
can
There's a
be.
lot of people who aren't here anymore, and Grandma died on December 14th.
Yes,
Right before Christmas, like less than 10 days before Christmas or whatever. Those things always weigh heavy on me during this time of year. As lovely it is, as much as it makes me happy and the decorating and stuff like that, there is still always a darkness is the wrong word, but there is something so sad about this season, and it is hard to. I don't know. I just think like they're not here to see my new husband and my babies, and they're not here to see how Dorcas's kids have grown up or James's kids
true.
have grown up, and it's hard to reconcile that sometimes, because if there's just a blueness,
Well,
I don't
it
know,
feels
it's
like
hard
an
to.
empty spot.
It does, yeah,
It does. Even at Thanksgiving, I made a Mississippi mud cake, and nobody ate
because
it. So I'm thinking, you're gonna have to throw half that cake away, aren't you,
it's still
Lydia?
in the fridge. I need to get rid of it. It's in the
Yes.
freezer outside. It's in the fridge
So
outside. Yeah,
it must not have turned out as good as Pam's always
it just
was, because
looked a little different, Mama.
Pam's
It just
did
looked.
just
Her
it did
her
look.
marshmallows melted better. Did you put it in the oven to melt the marshmallows?
No,
You just
it
put it
didn't
on
say
top.
that. So
I think you're supposed
that
to
was
melt them.
sad. Well, that's sad.
I'm sure it tasted delicious. I didn't try.
No, nobody wanted my Mississippi mud,
It just
because
looked
Pam
different.
always
That's
did it.
all.
It did, didn't it? So I
Just looked
followed the
different.
instructions. So yeah, you think about those you who are missing too, and
Yeah.
then who's those who are growing up and moving away, and they're missing too. So and you have to give them that grace to say, go and make your own traditions, but
I thought you
you
were talking
know.
about the dead people. I'm like, Mama.
No. I'm talking about,
Listen, don't get me
well,
started on what
Mariah,
she's
they're
already
I know. I was
moving to
missing.
like,
Colorado. Those who are moved and off, doing their own thing now, and then come Christmas, all my sisters going in 10 different directions with all their kids. So at Christmas, we're just not together as you know, the
that side of
extended
the
family.
family.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
side of the family, extended side of the family.
It just gets
And
harder and harder the growner, the
it
more,
does
because the
every
families
year.
expand and go. And, like we're not going to see my in laws on Christmas because the same, like I said, Jared's working and then they have, their stuff or whatever. We're going to see them the week after. So just FYI, they're going to be in the week after. So just FYI, I'm sure we'll see each other and everything.
Yeah.
But it's very hard to do that. And then, like I said, we're not going to get to see the girls on Christmas. We're doing the Christmas the girls like 10 days early because the
Right.
way Jared's schedule is, we're doing it on the 15th. And luckily, there's a part of me that was like, oh, that means I can take the Christmas decorations down and put them up on the 16th. But no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to stay up. But it's hard when you don't have this. I think we had talked about adjusting expectations, maybe like that feeling of, they're going to be with their mom as they should. I mean, they should 100%, be with their mom, but it's still sad that we're probably never going to have them on Christmas morning, an actual Christmas morning, like we do the best we can, because we're going to wake up on the morning of the 14th, I guess, whatever that Saturday is, and pretend Santa came and get all, have their day and let them open up their presents and try and make it as normal as possible. But it's not
It's
the
much like
same.
Christmas morning.
Yeah, it's not, we stay in our jammies all day long. We have a plan. We're going to go to Aunt Dorcas's house for a little bit. And then it's just going to be play with their new stuff. But it is very different because it's not Christmas morning, because there's still almost 2 weeks till Christmas happens. And it's just different, I guess, or something.
So I guess you just have to celebrate Christmas all month. Make it all
Yeah.
special every day.
Yes.
Yeah.
30 days of,
You know,
we need to have, it's almost like a
let's.
Christmas advent calendar. We need
Yeah.
to have an advent every day.
Maybe that's the solution.
Yes.
Maybe that's it. Maybe we
should
need to
just
go.
theme out the entire week of Christmas, and one day you can show up. That's when you show
There
up.
you go.
Or again, we can all just go to Mexico next year. Let's just go on vacation.
No.
We can rent a tree
Maybe
from the
that's
hotel.
the solution, is just to give up. I guess adjust, like you said, adjust expectations. But it's a hard thing to
Yeah, I would
adjust.
It is
It's a
imagine.
hard
hard.
thing to let go of, you know.
Yeah.
And it hurts. Like it physically hurts. It's not just
But do
it's
you
not
feel like it's a
just
personal, like, do you feel like it's personal or something? Why does it hurt you? I guess that's what makes me sad that it, I mean, I understand that it hurts you when you see it, but like, do you feel it's because, I don't know, like,
it's because in my mind having a family unit means you're together. And if you're not together, you're not a family unit. So we've always functioned, our whole function from the time I was 19 years old till the time I was, what am I fixing to be, 50, 40? So from 19 to 40, so that's 20 years, we functioned as a group of 5. It was whatever. I mean, Dwayne and I never went out on anniversary dinners without our kids. Like we didn't do date night. Everything was with our kids. We moved as a unit of 5. If Mariah had volleyball, Cody and Ariel were going to the volleyball. If Ariel had this, we were going. If Cody had this, we were going as a family. It was shifting. We moved as a family of 5. Everything was about, and even after Mariah went to college, if Ariel had something, she'd come home. If Cody had something, she'd come in to go to the rodeo. It was, we moved. So when pieces start falling off and you can't get, and 365 days a year for 20 years, you know what I mean? Like you move like that. And then when pieces start falling off and now all of a sudden you're 4 and then you're 3 and then now we're 2.
2? Oh,
And it's like, and then, yes, but I have found joy in adding James. I have found joy in adding Kaylin and Briar. I have found joy in that. But it's also wanting just one day where we were all in the same room,
Yes.
all at dinner, all at, the ornament party. Like, it would be nice to have one day
it may
of
have to
just
be
that
outside of
thing.
Christmas,
Well,
sissy.
and that's my point, is
Yeah.
I'm almost coming to the realization that I just have to, in order to be happy, because I want to be happy, I don't want to be depressed, I don't want to be sad, I don't want to be
Bitter.
down,
Yeah.
or make it hard for, you know, like I said, making it hard for Mariah and James because Kaylin can't be there, or making it hard for Kaylin and Ariel because, Mariah can't be there. I want to be able to go, hey, it is what it is, and we're just going to have fun and blah, 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 and mean it. I can say it,
Mm,
but I don't know that I mean it. And like I said, it's being at a point in life where I'm exhausted doing that. I'm exhausted being fake
Yeah.
and going, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. It's not
I guess
fine. I'm not
it's
fine.
okay to be
But
disappointed in that. I mean, I feel like that's something that we don't talk about enough. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to be disappointed that it isn't turning out like you want it to turn out. There's nothing wrong with you being sad
yeah,
that day because the circumstances didn't work out like you wanted it. Because that's what we would tell like the kids and stuff, is that it's okay to be mad. It's okay to be sad. And I think it's just finding that peace and asking God to give you that peace, for this is what it is today, because it's not always going to be like that. It doesn't mean that in the future you're never going to all be in the same room again together. This day I know is special, but it's okay to be disappointed in that. And it's okay to, because
it's
what,
also like for future casting. What's that called? Future casting, where I'm pretty sure that like none of my kids or my grandkids won't be close. They won't be cousins like our cousins. That's just, it's never going to happen because they're just so disjointed. You know what I mean? That their kids won't be close. You know, uh, I know, but I'm just saying I'm planning for it.
think, don't do that. But what is it, like my therapist taught me early on? Your feelings aren't right or wrong. They're just not necessarily a reflection of the truth.
Yeah,
And the
no, I
truth
know.
is that
Yeah.
you want all that stuff to come together, and in your head you're like, it's never going to happen. We're never going to be the same. That's probably never. It's not true. But you may have to do it on a different day. You may have to plan for 6 months going, hey, let's have a small family vacation. We're going to be in Cabo San Lucas or whatever it's going to be from this day to this day. We want everyone to be there. However you can do it. Maybe to be for this day or whatever, it may just have to look a little bit
I
different
know. I know, but
than
it's
what you
hard to make
want.
that adjustment. It's
I
hard
know.
I feel
Yeah.
like I've been making adjustments for 10 years
Yeah.
and accommodating for 10 years. And it's like I said, you did Thanksgiving, you did the organizing for one day and you were exasperated. You
Because
know what I
it's just
mean?
a click on a freaking link. It's
Well,
not
I
that
know, but
hard.
to me, it's just one day out of the year. It's not that
Yeah.
hard,
I know.
but it's exhausting that you feel like that
Yeah.
for 10 years. I just want one day. And and I guess that I self caused that because I want one day on Christmas Day. which is just too much to ask.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's one of those you can't have it both. You can either have the day or you can have Christmas.
Well, I don't think
kind of
there's
thing,
I don't think there's anything wrong with expecting one day for our kids to give it to us. I just don't think I don't think
can't have
there's
Christmas.
nothing wrong with expecting that.
Yeah.
Because everybody else's mother expects them to be there.
But I think everybody else there's a good chance everybody is expecting the same thing on Christmas Day. So when you have all of these
Yes.
kids with all of these
So-
mothers all wanting the Christmas Day as the kid, how do you
For
decide?
their kid. Yeah.
Because it's not just our kids, your kids, their kids. You've got multiple families. And especially when when you have blended families like we all have, like our kids
Yeah.
have two families, your kids have two families, and then three now with James, and then, three with, Kate. There's just, I don't know how all you mamas
And
navigate that. Like, it'd be interesting to see if people can weigh in. Like, how do y'all navigate that as older mamas or mamas with older kids and all these places that they have to go? How do you even do that in a way that, I don't know, has any kind of peace behind
I know
it?
it's frustrating for them. It's frustrating for them,
The kids, you
But
mean?
it's frustrating, for the kids to go, well, I need to go to here, I need to go here, I need to go to here, I need to go to here, and Friendsgiving or whatever. But I think we can at least acknowledge the fact that there's a whole lot of mothers out there like you and me and us that feel the same way. That is dealing with the same thing.
I wish I could be one of those people that didn't care. I would like to do that. It would be nice to go, yeah, I don't care what y'all do, just go live,
Yeah.
I just sit at home with my coffee. I wish I could be that person.
Yeah. Well, you liked being a
But
mother.
it's too bad I like y'all. So
Yes.
tough. That's what I feel
Yeah.
like. Tough crap. I wish I didn't love y'all, but I do.
Yeah. Because
And it's so rough for you.
Wish I could have hated you.
Yeah. Wish I could have hated you.
There's still time.
But anyway, so it's technically, let's see, today's the 3rd. This is going to come out on the 5th. So it's the first week of December. We've already had minor meltdowns and full on depression. I think we're going in the right direction.
Yes. This is going to be a great holiday season. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And we still got like 3 more podcasts before Christmas comes out. So we'll see what we'll just keep doing updates of
Our
how
Christmas,
crazy.
Christmas drama.
A week by week play.
Week by
Of,
week. How we're doing. How we're
Heather's
surviving.
hopefully Heather's going to be with us next week. So hopefully we'll have our get together next week for Heather. Or I don't know when that one's going to come out, but we'll have some guests and stuff between there. But
Okay, so we're meeting. Are we still getting together Christmas Eve early?
Yeah, I think we're just going to have to figure out a way to make Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So if Kaylin and Ear will have to come Christmas Day, we're just going to have to, and then James and Mariah can come Christmas Eve, then we'll just do 2 Christmas.
we'll just have games for 2 days.
I don't know
we'll
how we're going to do that, and it's fine if one day is just not as, maybe I was trying to think, do we just go and meet James and Mariah in town and go have dinner? Maybe we do that with them because maybe they don't want to come. I don't know. So it's just trying to think through it, but it's also overthinking it, and I'm exhausted trying to think about it. So I think we just need to think on what we want to do. Maybe just gather back up with the kids and figure out if we just want to keep our Christmas Day tradition, do our games and fun and laugh, if we can come do it, and then do something else Christmas Eve. Like, I don't know. So my only goal, and I keep reminding myself, my only goal is I just want to see everybody. I want to hug everybody. I want to eat and laugh, and I just want peace. That's the only thing I want, is I just want peace. And I want people to come and walk away feeling peaceful. So that's my goal.
I want them to be there.
Are you okay with having those things without everybody at the same time?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If we have to do 2 days, it's fine.
Then we'll have 2 days worth of parties. We'll just.
My question is, which day are we going to have a prime rib?
Well, when I go out of here and I tell Blaine we're now having 2 Christmases, he's going to be like, oh dear God.
Can we have ribs?
Yeah, I think, okay, what are we cooking? Because we are not
Do you, would it be?
We are not going to do a turkey. Okay.
No.
Just so you know, no more turkeys.
So I don't know. I
I
have to go
ended
out and
up
ask
doing
him.
5 turkeys.
No, thank
Yeah.
you. I'm good.
And
Or
I, you know how much,
deboning 5 turkeys. I
you know how
cooked
much
4,
turkey
but
I
then I
ate?
had to debone.
About this much turkey.
Yeah.
I threw away
Yeah.
turkey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, Jerry's turkey was the best.
Yeah,
It was
Jerry,
good.
I ate his. I
Turkey
ate
was
his
like
turkey.
that was the one. That was the.
Yours wasn't bad, Mama.
It was
No, yours was
okay.
good.
It was okay.
It
But
got the
Jerry's
job
was.
So,
I
There's
say
nothing better than a
yeah.
fried up turkey. I'm telling you,
No.
done right.
I
He
say we do 2
He
days.
seasoned it really good.
And Dorcas, if it's too much trouble for you to host both of those days, we can
Yeah.
do one of them here because it's a small
Yeah.
group of us. I
yeah,
mean, I
maybe
can
we'll
do
just
one day
one
over
day at
here,
your house and one day
one
here.
day there,
Dwayne,
and then
see if we can cook.
we can have,
You know,
we can find things to do. We can have our Olympics. We have 2 rounds of the Olympics. I've been saving all my videos. I already know which game I'm playing.
I do too. Already got my mind came up in the store. Came today.
Which one are you doing?
I'm not telling you.
Okay, what are the
Am I
chances?
supposed to-
Probably.
Am
Did
I
you
supposed to be
read the
coming
letter?
up with?
Yes. Did you read the letter? It
Yeah.
wasn't even a link, Mama. It was just a
She
picture.
printed the letter and you didn't read the dang letter.
I did.
I don't want to
I did.
hear. I don't want to. No, go read it.
I don't want to hear
I
it.
read
Words
it.
were too hard.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
No,
right.
words are too hard.
It says it's explicit. Dorcas wrote a very detailed about what you need to do.
Okay, I'll get the letter.
Can't believe you printed it and didn't even read it. Get a highlighter.
I did read it.
Did you?
I did.
Okay.
I'll
So
go
it's
get it.
official. 2 days of Christmas.
Okay.
And
2
we'll,
days
we're
of
gonna
We'll do
Christmas.
2 days, and then
do
it's almost like
everything
an
twice.
open house.
Yeah.
These are the 2 days. You come, you go, you do what you need to do. We're gonna be here.
So we're
But
gonna
I do want to talk
get
about one
through
more thing
Christmas.
before we wrap it up.
Go ahead.
For you. So I would like for you to explain to the people about what you did this weekend because I'm so proud of you.
Oh, we are so
But-
proud of
And
you.
I tried to
Oh
talk
my
about it
God.
on TikTok, but TikTok we got a community violation because apparently they don't like it.
Yeah, I got banned too.
Yeah,
Like
we still have a
blocked.
warning on our account.
Yeah.
It's so
Seriously.
dumb.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we gotta demerit.
Yes.
Whoa, TikTok.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
explain to them why
so-
you did what you did
Okay.
and how, and I would like a play-by-play, like good metaphors about what happened.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So I turned 49 in February, and I had decided that I was going to spend this next year doing things that I'd been wanting to do. So I'm a big idea person. I always think, I want to do that. I should learn to do that. And I never actually do it. So this year, started off, of course, with the podcast. There were things that I wanted to learn to cook that tortillas from scratch, rolling them out, smashing them, not using a press, but rolling them out, making pasta. I wanted to learn how to make fresh pasta. I have done that and saw and learned to cook some things that I've not cooked before.
Tamales. Didn't you make tamales?
That was a couple of years ago and they didn't turn
Oh,
out great.
okay.
We'll
It
try
depends.
again.
They were fun.
I'm gonna try again, but it didn't work out. So in that is my husband's a big hunter, and I've always I've gone with him before, I've sat outside, never been. Last couple of years I hadn't been very involved at all, just nothing. Whatever, so a spot opened up on our deer lease. My son couldn't go. We didn't want to lose the spot, so I decided, hey, I've never been hunting before. I'll just go. Why don't I just hunt with him and learn how to hunt? I got my first deer this weekend.
So proud of you. At first I was like, did she pose in with Dwayne's deer or is that her deer?
I think we've been hunting since I guess the 1st of November, so the entire month of November, and this last weekend I finally did it. Finally got it. So it was
Oh,
I think I'd been to the range, and I will say I'm a pretty good shot. I'm a pretty
Clearly.
good shot, not gonna lie. Even my husband was super impressed. You couldn't believe that I shot so well at the range, and I was like,
he
okay,
posted
good.
you on Facebook. He never posts on Facebook.
Yes,
He was like, my beautiful wife and da-da-da. And I was like, somebody hacked his stuff because he doesn't say more than 2 words on Facebook. And there's a
Well,
whole paragraph. He was so proud of you.
I know he never posts anything on Facebook, and he dang sure doesn't have Instagram. He doesn't have TikTok. He won't do any of that. He just has Facebook. First of all, he's older than I am, so that's his jam. But
does he know how to click on a link?
Yes, he does know how to click on a link, but
Okay.
he won't. He won't do it. Okay,
He won't do it.
he knows how to do it, but he won't do it.
What's wrong with y'all?
So he did. He posted a very sweet thing. And yeah, I had to ask, dude, did he get hacked? Because he's not a mushy guy, not a public public affection or
Public
PDA or
displays of affection.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's not his jam. And he did the most wonderful post. He was so happy. And I think because like that's just such a passion for him that he loves to share it. And he was telling me he was my nephew Blake shot his first deer when he was a kid in the stand with Dwayne. Cody, of course, shot his first deer in the stand with Dwayne. He was like, and then he was jumping around and whooping and high fiving and which is so out of character for him. I wish I'd got it on video. Now, let me just say we have, I've been trying to film these things just for content and extra, clips here and there. We had the camera. I bought this little thing that holds my camera. We had already recorded some that morning, and all we had to do was hit record. Do you think we recorded this shot? Nope. No.
Did you get buck fever? Were you just too
No,
excited?
it happened so quick. I mean, it literally happened from the time we saw him come in, wasn't 2 minutes to the time that I had shot him. It was quick. And it moved really fast, and there were things happening like he built these deer stands, and he's long torsoed. So when I sit in this chair, the window's like right here, and I'm, having to. So
You're like looking at it like this.
yeah, well, I had a chair, and it was, it rose, and so I was telling him, I go, well, I'm just not quite high enough because we had switched stands, and he said, well, try to raise up your chair a little bit. So when I raised it up, it went up just a hair, and then when I let it go, it started sinking. Like this chair has been fine for the whole month, and so here I am like this now. So there was this whole, and we were fooling with the chair. I think when the deer came in, it like happened all really, really fast. And all of a sudden he's like, there's your deer. Like, to the right. And then I couldn't see because it was like weird. But this deer, I'm sorry, he committed suicide. Like he walked in front of us, like not 20 yards. Like he was just right there. He turned around and walked back. He turned broadside like 3 times. And finally you want to know what got him? He was chasing tail like another man, like a dang man. Chasing tail. That's what got him killed. But it literally happened within like I said, 2 minutes. It was just so fast. And then we did film some stuff afterwards. And I guess I could put it up on the Facebook page. Or
Yeah,
I guess
put it on TikTok.
I'll just put it on YouTube because
Yeah.
they apparently can't do it on TikTok. But we tried to film some stuff afterwards of us walking, like to get the deer. And I hand him the camera and I go, okay, you film it for a few seconds. Literally, he filmed the dirt. Like it was like
He just had it hanging by his side.
Yeah, and you'd see the deer like somewhere, and I go, "Hey, I told you to film." He goes, "I know, I was just so excited."
That's so
Okay.
sweet.
Okay.
Was it a clean shot? Like you got a clean shot? He
Perfect.
didn't
Perfect.
suffer.
I
Nothing.
did not. I didn't gut shot him. I didn't miss, and he literally he died quick. Yeah, it was like he took off. I didn't think he ran 20 yards, and he died. So it was.
What are you
it
gonna
was
do
a
with
good-
him? Are you gonna
good
mount
shot.
him? Are you gonna process
Sure.
him?
Dwayne took the meat to the processor today, and we are going to do a European mount, like a skull mount.
Okay.
So he wasn't
Look at
huge
you.
enough to. I know, but Dwayne goes, "Where's he go? We're going to hang him in the living room." Okay. Maybe I'll hang him in here. He can
Can
be
you
in
at least
here.
like bedazzle him or glitter or something?
I'm going to put him up right. I'll hang him right there. So we can
Please do.
have him in here.
But he should like have some jewelry or something.
Yeah, we'll do that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it was a great weekend. We had a lot of fun, and that's been fun just in general. Just I told them we've sat this last month because we've gone basically every weekend except for one, and then we're fixing to go. Like we just come back on Monday, and then we're going to turn around and go back on Friday. We've seen more sunrises and sunsets together, which has been just incredible. Because if you're not sitting outside at 5:30 in the morning, I think is when we go sit outside. The sunrises have just been so. I have found peace in that.
Truly.
But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It's been fun to do this year, so I'm having a lot of fun with that.
I love that for you, Sissy. I'm proud of you.
We were so proud.
Like, clutch my pearl.
Yeah, no, it's been good.
Look, I passed it down at the dinner table on Sunday afternoon, up and down,
Yeah.
showing about 10 people. So they were all envious because some of them guys have not even found a deer yet.
Yeah.
So I said, look. So we're proud of you, baby.
It's been fun. Yeah, he did, and he had a lot of people comment on his Facebook page. He said, which then he gets annoyed by because he's like, "How are all these people comment?" I was like, hey, "You put it out. That's
You
what
posted." It's social media. It's social networking. It's me. Social.
But It was a lot. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a fun week. We've enjoyed it. So
Awesome.
now we're
We'll
just
try and
waiting
put
on
up as
him.
much
That's
as we
true.
can on the social media stuff. TikTok will probably
Yeah.
ding us again.
Yeah.
But we'll take advantage of,
Well, I'm going to post it
Facebook and
too on
Instagram.
YouTube. I've got a separate YouTube
Yeah.
channel that we'll post it on there and link it. If you're into hunting or into watching a girl who's trying hunting.
Okay, well, thank you for joining us again. Be sure to like us on all the social media things, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever. Be sure to give us some ratings on wherever you listen to your podcast. That would really help us out. And visit our website at themotheryouKnow.com. We were supposed to be posting blogs, but we kind of forgot about that. But there's still good content on there. So please join us next week for another episode, and we will talk to you guys soon.
Bye bye.